Fish, Louisiana, because that's where the college she was attending. So he went up there that Friday and he was going to spend the weekend up there, so he didn't even prepare for the storm or anything. And I told him, no problem, go ahead and go. Well, I'll go take care of my mom and dad. At that time, they were living in Chalmette on their own. And Dad tells me that morning, he says, what you going to do if the storm comes? I go, what storm? And he said, well, there's a storm. They're talking about the path coming up this way, and it's possible that it can come our way. And I said, well, I'll stay tuned. And by that afternoon, they had gotten to like a Category 2 or something like that, and they started really getting serious about the warning. And to make a long story short, I called my son and I said, son, is there anything you need me to get from your room? And he said, Dad, there's so many things that I wish you could take.
How old are those sons?
At the time, what, he's 17, and my oldest boy was 23.
You live with the two of them? The three of you live?
Us three, yes. And I had just finalized my divorce and everything. Got the house in my name in May of 2005 and everything. And then this happened. It was a true cleansing for sure. But he went up there, like I said, and I tried to take a little bit of something for him, but he went up there with just the clothes on his back, and I took a couple of shorts and shirts, that kind of thing, because everybody's thinking the same thing. Well, we're coming back, you know, for that Sunday or Monday or whatever. And then I loaded up just what I thought was important, just with the little time we had, and then I had to worry about Mom and Dad because they were of age, you know. Called my sister, hey, what you gonna do? Brother invited us up to Carrier, Mississippi, because that's where he lived. Went up there and stood with brother. And at that time, you know, we lost all communications with the whole world because Dad was hit as a Category 3 and trees were falling all around us. And my sister-in-law and myself and all, we good Christian people, we started praying because it was getting close, you know, to trees in the house and that kind of thing. So, needless to say, we survived it and we pulled through, and we didn't know what had happened other than that it was a little worse than what we thought it was going to be. Next thing you know is there's flood waters all over. Couldn't come back, and I haven't been back to the house. Maybe that was August, September, October. At that time, they were letting people in. We came back, and we just didn't cry.
You got your mom and dad out all right ahead of the storm.
Yeah.
Are they in St. Bernard Parish also?
Well, they were living in Chalmette.
In Chalmette.
And my sister was living in Chalmette by the high school. And so one of the brothers, he was nice enough to take us in. And we didn't return, so we had to live in FEMA trailers.
Yeah.
And on brother's property. And then at that time, we were able to get a little house, you know, over in Poplarville, Mississippi. And that's where Mom and Dad's at with me and my son. My other son split up because he had to get closer to New Orleans because of work and everything. I lost my job.
What was your job?
I'm a computer specialist, computer programmer, that kind of thing. You know, and then I was helping my brother clean up the debris around his house when the tractor somehow got caught to a tree trunk in that, and I was like protecting the traffic in that. And they come back and then sprung, and when I turned around, I tried to jump up, and they caught my leg and they threw me about 15 feet. Oh man, that one thing to another was falling out. So I was suffering with that for a while. Finally, I was over at the house one day, and somehow I tripped over my own 2 feet, landed on the shoulders again. This time I had tears in the rotator cuff, and I had surgery, and that's where we got today. Mom's had 3 heart attacks since then, you know, but she's very strong. It's just been pretty rough.
The water came in from the canal there?
My understanding that the what they call the Mississippi River Gulf outlet is a big channel that was dredged for navigational purposes and produced such a volume of water that it just overloaded the levee system. And I don't know if you ever been back here. They have like a 40-acre canal levee system, which is 12 feet, 15 feet. Well, that while the water, from my understanding, was pretty high. Came in and just devastated everything, you know. And as you can see, I didn't have time to salvage too much. Very impressive when I see that.
Oh, we.
The good thing, you know, is that I volunteered to the United States Marine Corps when I was, you know, 18 years old. I just got turned 18, and I was living in New Orleans, and the streets were tough. I'm out of a bad neighborhood. I was a bad boy, you know, coming up the bad channels. And I asked the Lord to change my life. And I went into the Marine Corps with that in my heart, and sure enough, He gave me the strength to survive the Marine Corps. Saw a little bit of action through the Cambodia crisis, and had some friends that didn't make it, but thank you, Lord, that I was able to.
Well, we found your American flag, so we thought we should erect that.
I appreciate that.
And there's a Marine flag in there we found as well. It's in
Yes.
pretty good shape. If you'd
Good.
like, we kept it.
I'd love to have it if it's
It's in
available.
pretty good shape. It really is.
And you know, it just, I was able to plan my goals. I stood with the federal government. Like I said, I served 6 years. I stood with the federal government, retired at the age of 45 with the United States Department of Agriculture as a computer specialist. Not a lot of pension money, but enough to pay a little bit, you know, and that's why I took another job with the Delgado Community College and was doing great with it, and was helping to pay this. And good thing I had insurance.
Yeah, good.
And I was able to pay it off and pay it out, and I wouldn't have no kind of note. And I can survive off my little pension. And now with this injury, you know, I got my whole left side's messed up. I have sciatic nerve conditions on the left side of my hip area now. Rotator cuff.
My place is going to dry out. You're going to be able to rebuild.
And that's the other thing, you know, I don't know if, I'm sure y'all heard in the news, the road home program money and all the dilemma they're having with that. And I am a candidate for it, but who's to say when that's going to be available and how much, who knows. But me and my 2 sons are eager to get in there and do most of the work. Lord, they'd give me good hands to do most of the work. I'm a pretty good handyman.
All right.
Good.
You know, so.
Well, whoever built that back sunroom, did you build that?
Well, me and a friend of mine, why we
They built hurricane proof, man. Never seen so many nails in the
it was.
That's where he's been working most of it.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
sorry.
Nail gun. A nail gun.
Yeah.
He's been back there all day, I think, too.
Sorry.
Well, now, how do you pronounce your first name?
It's Gregorio.
Gregorio.
Gregory in Spanish.
Okay, and Morales.
Morales.
How about if we do a big circle and pray for you and your 2 sons? Their
Yeah.
names are?
Gregorio III and Stephen.
Steven, is that okay with you?
And your mother and
Oh,
father's name?
Gregorio Senior and Luciana.
All right, so we say Gregorio.
And come on,
Gregorio.
I do appreciate that.